and everybody else is tuning. I hope I ain't missing nobody. Brew Coffee, a.k.a. Bruh Coffee. The Ancient Soul is also in the building. Get real, what's happening with you? Anybody I did not mention, I apologize, man. My eyes is goddamn burning. My eyes been open for damn near almost 36 hours. So my eyes is burning. Special shout out to those that's tuning in live on the call line, man. Everybody that's tuning in, thank y'all, you know what I'm saying, for thinking about a nigga, because, you know how niggas are. When the niggas don't see a motherfucker show up 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, they give up on you, don't they? That's one thing about niggas. Niggas like, man, they ain't showing up. Fuck it. They ain't showing up. Oh, in LA 76. You know, I got all your comments. I said, hell no. She is off the chain. Special shout out to RNLA, man. One of the originals of the Don Nicola Young Show, man. What's happening? Well, let's see, you're back. Missed you. It was a long week. It sure was, man. You know what I'm saying? I got out of there like Belvedere, you feel me? Had to go clear my mind. It's a lot, man. I want to talk about it, man. You know what I'm saying? My experience, but I don't know if y'all could experience my experience. You know what I'm saying? So it could be belief to some of y'all and all that other stuff. But I got something real quick because I know we got like 30 minutes before Surviving the Game come up. And this is interesting because this was right on time. I thought this was interesting. A sister of mine sent me a message on Facebook. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I had this conversation privately. You know, it felt like I had it. I don't know if I had it with Sunshine. I don't know if I'm trying to think if I had it with my daughters, with myself, or maybe just in the ethers, man. But obviously, I'm not sure if we ever had this conversation together. And this is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to go to my messages on Facebook, if you don't mind, if I may read what a sister of mine mentioned, wrote me a letter. Would y'all like to hear it? A question. Actually, it was a question. Would y'all like me to? Did I say would y'all like for me to hear it? Did I say did y'all like for me to hear it? Woo, done, boy, Lord Jesus. Okay, well, this is actually very interesting, and I mean, this is very interesting. Pay attention to this. I would like to have a conversation with you. That's what the letter says. I feel like I'm on to something. Is it your opinion that the black man is the devil, an enemy of the black woman? That's the question. I'll give y'all a minute to think about that. 60 seconds. 50, 40, 30, 10. Okay. Motherfucker, stop, boy. I know there's some black men on the line. Y'all got to answer that. Y'all got to answer that for the sister. All right, here it is. Also, you know, I replied, and I did laugh out loud first and told her to forgive me for laughing at the question. It just caught me by surprise. You know, that's a pretty good question is what I told her, and I hope that she'll be able I hope that she's up for a good debate, really, because, you know, say that the black man is the devil, it's going to have a lot of black men, you know, running in with the devil. You know what I'm saying? And so I asked her, you know, what made her ask a question, you know, ask that question. And she says, because of all the stuff we are in that has kept us depressed, angry, and back is men, and black is men. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But she said hatred to think this month, hated to think this month back, but I'm starting to reevaluate things that happened negatively in my life, and it's been my black men. My black man. Oh, she said it's been my black man, like the title or the definite article, my black man. So she's actually here with us. And let's see if she's ready. B, are you on the line with us?
Yes, I am, sister.
Man, welcome so much to the show, man, because this here is going to be something serious. This is about to be something real serious. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel it.
Because the truth do hurt, as long as we speak the truth. So how you feel feeling today first before we go forward?
I'm feeling pretty good today. I was actually going in, looking at some of the things that transpired this weekend with the whole gathering of the young masters, and just looking at some videos from that and things like that, and just evaluating a lot of things. So,
what video? The gathering of the young masters?
Yeah, I was looking at a sit-down they had with Sonetta as far as that gathering of the masters that went down in New York this weekend.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about that. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah, it was with Polite, Sarah Susetti, and Umar Johnson.
Oh, okay. It was at the gathering of the masters happened in New York over the weekend. It was Polite, Seti, and Umar Johnson. Girl, honey, I thought they were like real masters you was talking about. So you said their name. Okay. Okay, go ahead. This is pretty good.
Yeah. So that went down this weekend. So I'm hoping to get some good feedback from that and find out, okay, we've had this meeting now, or the gathering of the masters. Now what is supposed to transpire after? I'm waiting for the after effects and the aftermath to kick in. So far I haven't felt any shivers or shakes, so we don't know what's going to happen now. So I guess we just got to sit back and figure it out about a DVD one. Yeah, no.
Okay, so let me, girl, I got to stand up, okay, because I got to get this straight. Okay, so you went to what is called the Gathering of the Masters.
I didn't actually attend. No, I didn't attend.
Oh, you didn't go?
No, I didn't attend. I know some of my people that attended. Yeah, I didn't attend.
Okay, so did you talk to them and ask how well it went?
I've gotten some reviews. I've gotten some reviews, and also I've gotten some reviews off of the Facebook where they were saying that it was a pretty good, it was a united gathering, and that, it should be something to be proud of. I didn't get all the details of what actually was discussed. I know Seti was going to go into the making of the nigga. And Polite was basically, he's been on the economics, breaking down the economics lately, so I was interested in seeing that part as well. Umar, of course, he's coming from the psychological standpoint,
right?
With the young males and such. So I guess they all brought something to the table, so I'm very interested to, get an overall reading. I haven't really talked to anyone because I've been busy myself.
Okay.
Just seeing the little comments and things that were made, that it was a positive, really good thing. So
well, that's a blessing. That's good. As long as it was positive, nobody fighting, that was good. No shootout. That's certainly positive.
Yeah.
So how did you design that question? Is it all based on the current events of last weekend that just passed, and also through your life to ask the question, are black men the devil?
Basically, I asked, was that your opinion?
Oh, that's right.
Was that your opinion? Yeah, I asked, was that your opinion of the black man? Basically, because over time, now I've listened to some of your stuff before in the past, and I was very interested in where you were coming from in your studies. Which the stuff you were saying obviously caught my attention, and I wanted to get a more solid foundation on where you were coming from. However, I didn't know where to find you or where to, other than, the Facebook and, hearing the radio shows. I'm pretty much a dialogue person. I like to sit down with someone. I like to really, really get it in and talk.
Right.
And any brothers that know me on Facebook, they know my number's always open and we get it in. So I was really interested when I heard the one on when you were saying it was the opening of the mouth ceremony right in that era, and that a lot of people are telling on themselves and who they are, and the serpent, and you were going into the
I remember that. That's the one everybody hates me on. Everybody leaves like real foul comments on YouTube. This bitch is crazy.
Yeah. So I really and I started, and this was months ago, I started back and I posed the question to a lot of the brothers, some of the Amara squad. I went to them, and me and Ankh had a kind of, little dialogue about it on Facebook, back and forth. We talked about it. However, I just let it go, and it was like months ago. And I also posed it to Ali Muhammad, in which, you know, he just said, you know, women were because they're angry, and he broke down some of the stuff as far as. But
what was the question you posed to them first?
I asked them, what is the history on the black woman being called Jinn, and the history on the black woman as far as the story of Lilith and some other concepts I was asking them on, and to break those down. And because I was getting to the point, where did this come from, where the woman was made to be the bad, you know, thing in the whole patriarchal society thing. And so, you know, I got the answers back and forth, and, you know, I wasn't really, you know, satisfied with the answers I was getting. And then I said, you know what? I said to Ali Muhammad, I said, well, if this is the case that the women, when it's talking about women in the Quran, it's saying that the woman is jinn. He says the woman, they're talking about women when they say woman is jinn. I said that they're describing, because what our definition of the jinn is and what we understand the jinn is today is that it is some sort of supernatural being.
Actually, the word jinn in Arabic means to hide.
Oh, okay.
It means to hide. Jinn means to hide.
Mhm.
And
okay. When I went to use the etymology of jinn, I went into the Arabic and everything like that. However, I didn't find to hide, but I just found, you know, what we were taught in Islam and things of that nature.
Yeah, well, don't do the etymology of it first. Do the translation from Arabic to English, and it means to hide. The reason why we use the word jinn in Arabic is because you'll have a lot of so-called people in human form, but they are actually jinns. They hide who they are. And you don't find out who exactly there is until they reveal themselves to you. That means we remember back in the days, we'll call it, you know, you meeting the person's representative.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, jinn means to hide. That means they pretend they're something, but they're really something else by nature.
Right.
Yeah, but jinn means to hide, and a kafirun means to conceal.
Okay, so what we're saying about women, then what the Quran was stating about women was that they were hiding. What were they hiding? What were they that they were hiding? What are you getting from that? What are you?
Well, okay, we're not going to. Okay, I'm going to try not to get into the religious part of it, but just the dialect of the Arabic language, which means jinn means to hide. That means, again, well, see, with them saying, first of all, we know that Islam is a religion to suppress women as much as it is in Christianity and Judaism. It was to suppress women. So we already know that they're going to always throw that on the woman, just like they did in the Bible. The woman was the harlot. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt not suffer a wish to live. A woman shall be silent. So you got major so-called women discrimination throughout these religious texts or these holy scriptures, so-called holy scriptures. So that is the attack against the woman, like it did say in Genesis, that I will put enmity between the serpent seed and the woman seed.
Right.
So, yeah, so it's always been the attack on the woman, period. Since black people have been Europeanized. Since that has happened, it's always been attacked. When black people got into Christianity, that was their thing, to suppress the black woman. They eliminated Mary and called it a Trinity. You cannot call it a Trinity. You have to call it a quality if Gabriel chose Mary. So it's not the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. That's it. It's the Father, Son, the Holy Ghost, and the Mother. So they made it a concentrated effort to make women less great than man. You understand?
Right.
So they did that. Whether they call her a jinn, because hell, they call her a harlot in the Bible. They call her a fornicator in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So they got all types of names. If you're a strong woman, they're going to call you a disagreeable woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not one that's supposed to bow down to her husband. That type of shit. So we got all this shit going on that's been attacking us, name calling us and everything. And mind you, before men ever got into polygamy, we were polygamists. I believe y'all call it polyandry. We were polygamists, meaning she had more than one man. But let her do it now, she's going to be called a whore. But if we go to the etymology of the word whore, it means queen. That's what brothers call us today, queen.
Yeah, queen.
But so we're going to have these names anyway, Jen. But now, let me just answer your question, what my opinion is. This would not be my opinion on whether or not the black man is the devil or not. Let me say this. My experience, the black man is the devil in my life. And I know that for a fact through my experience. Now, that's my experience. That damn near every black man that I've known was the fucking black devil. And, I remember now who I was talking to. I was talking to a sister by the name of Miss Black, in the after party. And I noticed that her and I shared the similar life where men attacked us. We were attacked by men. They came from everywhere since the day we were born. Then we ended up also not being able to know the devil when they show up, and we end up having sex and bearing children with these motherfuckers. And we find out later that they sought to kill us and our seed. And this is our real experience. This is not me reading no Bible to you, reading the story of some Greek god or some Egyptian deity or some black bitch down in the fucking 1800s. This is my fucking day and time and her day and time. And the fucking men. The men, the black man, I've never had a white man, never known a white man. I'm just saying the black men, from my father to my brother to the men that came to my uncles to every fucking body, even the men that I said I do to, I found out later through self-evaluation that all of them was, in fact, had the attributes of a black devil. Now, I'm not saying all black men are the devil, but I will say something that Dr. York said to me that brought tears to my eyes. Because I was living it at that point, too. He said, 2 things a man want to take from you. Amen. 2 things a man want to take from you. Your life, and it'll make you sick. And my life has been taken, and I've been sick from every last one of them. And that is the goddamn truth. That is the truth, my experience. And Miss Black's experience, her experience was hell of a lot worse than mine. And I'm sure there are many women whose experience is hell of a lot worse than hers. But if you do a serious evaluation, and I realized that I also had demon children. Do you understand? I realized that they made it and set some fucking dominions at my ass. Now I'm stuck with 2 fucking dominions that I thought for a long time were my children when I find out they were not my children. And this is a whole nother topic. Because he cannot torment me anymore, I'm being tormented by his seed. It says I will put enmity between the woman's seed and the serpent seed. We've been reproducing with these motherfuckers, and I noticed that when we left the so-called devil, but they also left some of him in us. You know what I'm saying? These particular devils. You know what I'm saying? As far as the so-called in the form of black men. In our lives. Now, I can't say that all black men are the devil like I can't say that all white people are the devil. You understand? But I know that every man, there's not a man that I can say honestly that was never the devil. That never sought to hurt me, and I did nothing wrong. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, the answer is, in my life, the answer is yes. I've lost my mind. I've had nervous breakdown. I've never had a nervous breakdown over my children. I never had a nervous breakdown, just me by my motherfucking self, but I've had it with these motherfuckers.
Right. I agree 100%. And if you look at the statistics and the women around us as far as siblings, and I have sisters and girlfriends, and I mean the data is it's undeniable in what we are dealing with here, and we have to start looking at this another way. Like, what are we really dealing with here? What energy are we really dealing with for someone to want to destroy you, to come in and actually, and the funniest thing about it is, like, I haven't been dating or anything like that, but the funniest thing about it is they will come, and they will come in one after another in droves, and they will come seeking to manipulate, seeking to fill out, seeking to, where is these behaviors? What are we dealing with? These are behaviors that I've been evaluating for a long time, and I see it happen over and over again. And these are the attributes that they attribute to the so-called devil. So what are we thinking here, you know?
Well, the thing that, one thing I know about life is that we're supposed to live and we learn. And what we have experienced, we cannot undo, but we can make sure that we recognize, and I think that's the thing, that we can't recognize who is against us and who is for us. We can't recognize that. And so this is why black women just have this blatant out anger, or hatred towards black men, so to speak, because of their experience, their mother's experience, their friends' experience. It's so many of us. It's like a big-ass world of women that have been beat down and dogged and besieged and treated less than a fucking dog on this goddamn planet by men. And so when we go through that shit, I just think it's just building up that consciousness. That's why women prefer to be abstinence now. I mean, you have to fight for your pussy, and it's your pussy, whether you're in a relationship with the nigga or not. But goddamn, nigga, you can't get the pussy today. You have to fight that shit, and I don't understand that. Why do you have to constantly fight, to keep your pussy? And y'all are in a relationship. I just don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So you can tell, I don't know if these niggas get downloaded, get walk-ins, get possessed, that, you have to fight to, you are literally being raped by the nigga you either said I do to or the one you living with. And you know what I'm saying? That's some real foul shit because, it's really hard for a woman to fight for his money and rape his bank account, that type of shit. But it's like, I don't know what it is, but we've been raped by our own motherfuckers. We're still fighting to say, no, not tonight, motherfucker, because you stop. And that's some real foul shit because I don't know whether or not they get possessed, better yet, they got to get possessed. And this is the problem with black men is that they're really not one with her. They're not one with her, and they do not know how to fight the principalities of darkness because everybody knows that there comes a time where you get a walk-in, you get possessed, and these motherfuckers is not able to fight it, and these are the ones that are really not black devils by nature, but because they vibrate so low, they let these so-called jinns get into their chest and hide, and they don't know how long they've been in their chest. And then next thing you know, they come out towards you. They're attacking you for no fucking reason. If it ain't you trying to fight the dick off, goddamn it, who does this? Who does this other than the only motherfucker I know that's been raping and been taking pussy is white men. Is one of their gens. I've never experienced that a day in my life until I got here to the planet. It was all black men. In my life. I see a white man and they ain't even interested, thank God. Because then I'd be fighting off black men and white men.
And white, yeah.
But, yeah, so, it is a problem. And I fear that with my son because he's of his father, who is the devil, and that's the fucking truth. I fear that. I haven't seen my son in damn near 10, 15 days. He's gone. Don't know where the fuck he's at. But he's somewhere raping. He's somewhere out there, 13, because I know he's of his father. He has the sex force on him too fucking bad, too hard, too strong. There's nothing I can do about that but protect my daughters and other girls from his ass and motherfuckers like him so they can keep their purity. We don't have our purity. It's fucked up when you got to fight to keep it every fucking night to yourself. We don't have it. So,
and
the black man has reduced that the black man, but a lot of them.
Yeah. In the public venue as well, you're fighting for your virtue. You're defending your virtue constantly with these black men. It's constantly being questioned, your virtue, and you're constantly being attacked. I feel, I know in my personal life I have been, and I've never slept with nobody in the so-called conscious or anywhere near it, or even when I lived in the Ansar and Nuwaubian community, I never did. So, it's just these behaviors, I'm evaluating a lot of things lately, a lot of things that I'm seeing, and I'm like, what is this energy, and how is it coming through these males all the time? Because I don't have these things with
They're attracted to you. Their job is to make sure you don't make it to the game, which is something I found out, too.
This is what I'm starting to get.
Their job is to make sure that you don't make it, because once a woman lose her mind, she ain't no good. Let's put that on record. She ain't no good. All she got left is her body.
Yep.
And they'll take the mind through the body. So let me go to a call line and let's see what somebody else has to say. 253, come on in. Your mic is open.
Peace and prosperity, Don.
Oh, peace and prosperity to you too. Hope you're having a great day.
Yes, I am. I just wanted to share on the there's actually two things that we're dealing with here when we're dealing with the black man being the devil. And to kind of answer this, we have to go back to a little bit to the ancient times. I hear Dr. York talk about the Anunnaki, and when they first came here, there were people here already. The Anunnaki did not create man. Man was already
we know
here.
That. Just help us understand. We know the
okay, no problem. Okay, well, what happened was when the Anunnaki tried to force man to slave with the gold thing, man eventually rebelled. The Anunnaki said, fuck it, and they created their own man. These men or these people that they created were called niggers or clones. They were merely clones. Today, what we're dealing with right now is a mixture. Niggers are mixed in with the primordial people of this planet, and we can't tell the difference between each other except by nature. So what happens is that they have out-multiplied us also, because when the gods came here and produced their children, they multiplied, and that's what they said.
Yeah, they've been having sex with agreeable women.
Exactly.
And that's why we don't want to have. That's why we don't want to bear a child from agreeable men. We're done. We're tattered and torn. Like, I ain't bringing no more babies. I don't give a fuck if you are God. Fuck it.
Exactly.
We don't even want. We're done. We've been beat down. We've been beat down bad. Our womb.
But I would say this though, Don. I would say that eventually we're gonna have to start getting to a point where we recognize that it is a program that is merely divide and conquer. The white man, black supremacy now. Black supremacy was pretty much the same thing that white supremacy is not first. Black supremacy is first. When the gods came here, they had skin black as the onyx stone. The primordial people had dark brown skin to light brown skin, and we were made to feel inferior to anybody who didn't have, if you didn't have black skin like the gods, you was just as weak and inferior then. So we went through centuries of black supremacy before white supremacy even came to this planet. And now we're dealing with pretty much the same thing in the black community. We're being divided over the colors of our skin amongst our own people, not even knowing that it's always been this way. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say we must be careful, because you might be dealing with a goddamn clone-ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't dealing with a real primordial brother. Usually, if you look at the programs, these thug homosexual-ass dudes that are on the rap game and all of this is what they're teaching primordial women to be attracted to. So what happened is when you get a good primordial brother that want to marry you, take care of you, and really love you to the ultimate degree, you view that, a lot of sisters have been programmed to view that brother as weak, and they're not attracted to it. So this is a big-ass game, and I just wanted to share that to you, but there are some real brothers.
Well, it's certainly bigger than a game, but I do agree with your siblings.
I'm happy to hear
you. I do agree with you when you mentioned, and the sister's on, too. I don't know if she wanted to add to it. But yeah, I agree with you when you say, that we couldn't identify. First of all, if we were taught not to put our hand on the stove because it's hot, but we wasn't raised or taught to discern spirits. We're so caught up in the flesh. And I can tell you that through my trials and tribulations of mating with a black devil, and I've had, and also being raped by several, and I have, and molested by several, and I have. But the thing about it is that a lot of us were under amnesia or some type of spell of sleep during that time. It was like they put a big-ass smoke cloud over us, and it put us to sleep even though that we were walking unconsciously. And when your eyes are open, you tend to get a rewind button in your life, and it shows you the experience of all the black devils in human form, in the form of men that have came to you. And that is like a rude awakening. That is like the hardest thing to identify, because you never had nervous breakdowns through it all until your eyes was open and realized that motherfucker was the devil, that motherfucker was you just wake up to that shit. And then you have to now stand firm, and now you fight the rest of your life to keep your virtue. You fight that shit even with a nigga that you physically love but not spiritually love, or spiritually love but not physically love. Let me say that better. Someone that you spiritually love but you don't physically love them. So now you got to fight physically them off of you. So it is that they are here, and there are black devils, male and female, that come to torment the sons and daughters of the stars. Because we can't see them for who they are, that's why I said test the spirit and see that it is of the Elohim, see that it is of the Most High. And we weren't taught that shit as we were taught, don't touch the fucking stove. So we went in blindly and realized that, mind you, that's why there's a lot of battered women's shelters. There's a lot of whole bunch of shit because they are here. And we can't identify them, and they come speaking the right words. Depending on what level you vibrate on, they can speak your language. Not the language called English, the language of your mentality. And if a woman vibrates at a very low mentality, then all he got to say is, damn, baby, you cute. What's your name? You married? You single? And that's all. If she vibrates low, all she want to hear is she's beautiful. He got her. If she vibrates a little higher than that, he'll say, let me help you pump your grass. Or let me get that door for you. You married? You see? And that's, to her, that's something that ain't never happened, motherfucker offering. And next thing you know, she's stuck in prison, beat down and besieged because she done fell for it. It's that type of shit. And the higher she gets. So when she start getting into so-called knowledge of goddamn the pyramids and changing her name to segment talk, and all that other fucking shit, she meet a nigga by the name of goddamn Ra Tot Pop. And he starts speaking that shit to her, and that was her level where her mentality vibrates on, and she thinks that he got to be the one. The same way that these girls that vibrate that thinks he's the one because he called me beautiful. He's the one because he helped me with my coat. He's the one because he pumped my gas. He's the one because he speaks the same knowledge that I'm on. He speaks truth, and then find out that he ain't shit. He dog her the fuck out. Disrespects her, leave her with the children, go, and do all that other shit, and she's painting, she's hurt. He doesn't listen to her. So all of that shit is the same goddamn shit, and then when she come up out of it, because right now she's under the spell of sleep, but when each and every woman come up out of it, she'll realize that she was asleep her whole time in that relationship.
Can I put
until
some knowledge
she wake
on the
up
new
and
game?
see that shit is what it is, man. And it takes like I told my sister, Miss Black, man, I said, look, they just want to make sure you don't make it to the game. And I wish that niggas chill out on that. But, again, wishes are just for Disney World.
Well, here's the new game, Don, what they're doing right now. The biggest game that they got out there on black women right now today is now, look, I mean, I understand that the true black woman, the goddess, is the true primordial woman of this planet can be possessed with the Gaia spirit. And when they say the black woman is God, it's really the black woman is the goddess. There never really was a god. There was a goddess, and her name, the spirit of that entity, that energy, was Gaia. And this is the spirit that jumped on black women. Well, now these Hotep, and not all Hotep brothers, because I've met some really good Hotep brothers, but it's like you said.
Yeah, but you never fuck them, and you ain't never lived with them, and they never sucked your titties, so that's a little different.
Wow, okay, Don.
Yeah, so you can't.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
you
some of them are okay, but I'm
kind of like dinner with them niggas.
But you know, that's the new game, though. You just named it. That's the new game. They come to the black woman and say she God, and then next thing you know, that's that Tahuti thing. They're pretty much raping the spirits of black women and then raping the flesh.
It's the mentality, yeah, because they got something for everybody. You know, they do.
Yeah.
They got something.
Let me share my opinion, Don.
B, come on in first, but 770, I just want to let you know your mic is open. But B, come on first. 770-873, your mic is open. But B, come on.
I was ready to say when he brought up a certain person, I got a personal story on that. But yeah, they come.
You mind sharing?
You
mind sharing?
Let's just say that you know, there was an informal meeting, and, you know, it was the black woman's this, the black woman's that, and, you know, and then it turned out that that is not what people are living. Trust me. And I've seen it with my own eyes.
Yeah.
And I knew that wasn't nothing going down here with that. So, you know, just a long story short, that person was on their way back to New York real fast because it wasn't going down here. But this is just
so they were trying to get them some cutty.
I guess so. I
mean, they're like your rappers. Like they like your rappers, man. So they got a bunch of groupies.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you can just tell a woman, you know, these so-called conscious women, you know, queen this, goddess that one. Where I had a father, and my father was always in my life. So to tell me I'm beautiful don't mean shit to me because you tell me I'm smart, then I'm beautiful because beautiful ain't never got me no damn where. And even though I'm there, I know I'm beautiful and pretty or whatever the hell you want to call it. That, at the end of the day, ain't going to pay my bills. That's not going to make me a better person inside. So when they say that to me, I'm really looking at them like, yeah, whatever, because I have heard that so much all of my life. And like I said, I had a father that instilled more in me than to sit around and think that I'm so damn pretty that's going to get me through life, you know. And what the brother said, I wanted to touch on this before I forget. He was saying that the women are attracted to the women don't want the good man because you feel that as weak. Well, I beg to differ with that because I don't. And I've met some guys that came to me and they worked at the Postal Service and they worked regular jobs. And they were, you know, wore glass, and they were what we would think, you know, they're not thugs, and they're out of the norm, you know, of this thuggish stuff that we've been. And they still turned out to be black devils. So it was like, you know, it's like, how do you pick them out? Because it's like
you have to discern them. It's the discernment of spirits, and that shit takes time. The only thing is that, you know, there's no such thing as a good man, for the record, just an agreeable one. That's it. Just one that agrees with you. That's all. Ain't no such thing as a good man. Just an agreeable one. Honey, what do you think about this? I think it's great. You should get it. Honey, I want some ice cream. Okay, you're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just an agreeable one. That's it. So all that good man shit out the door. That shit, like a good woman, that's bullshit. It's just only an agreeable one. But the thing is that a lot of them are vibrating low. They vibrate low. So does a lot of humans vibrate at a very low density level. And they inhabit walk-ins from other so-called dimensions that are from the sixth density level. They are the invaders of your dreams and your space, but you cannot see them. That's why if I have to quote Yeshua in the Bible, he said, I come not to fight a physical fight. I come to fight the principalities of darkness, forces or shit that you can't see.
Right.
And I always know when one has taken possession of my so-called loved ones, from my husband, my children. I could tell when something else has got into them. But most of these people now on the planet, black people in general, since we're talking about them, they are in nothing but an empty shell that a walk-in or a jinn or shaitan has rested themselves in it, just like you taking possession of a car. And it's theirs forever now.
Mm-hmm.
So they, that's the ones you got to watch out for. It's the ones that have already took possession of the vehicle, the body. They ain't coming out of it. They ain't. They're not. They're just an empty shell that needs a driver, and it just so happened to be these beings that have took full possession of their bodies. And ain't nothing you can do. That's why the whole point of the exorcism and all that shit was showing us that there are demons in the form of human beings. And we just happen to be a magnet for these motherfuckers. And also a walk-in for the ones that we do really like, that we know that they done got possessed today, nigga. You might want to chill the fuck out. Something done possessed you because ain't no way in hell you coming at me with that shit. Something got in your ass. You might want to fucking chill the fuck out. And they can't see it. They can't hear it. They don't hear shit you saying because they've already been taking possession. They don't hear when you say chill, leave, step, go. They can't hear that shit. They're not there. They're not alert. They are gone. Their body has been taking possession. And that's why I tend to know when a motherfucker got to walk in and to tell that motherfucker, nigga, you got to walk in. But they can't hear it. They can't hear that shit. They can't hear it because ain't no way in hell you should be acting like that unless something is in you that you don't know what's in you.
That's right. Yeah.
So, yeah. But, no, I think that what it is, too, also, B, is that they don't want you to make it to the game.
Yeah.
They don't want you to make it to the game because their job is to keep you from getting there. To like that little gospel song says, the devil has literally peeped into your future and see what is about to happen good for you, and that's why they keep coming at you.
Right.
To stop you from making it to the game. And that's what I noticed. Every man in my life has been the sabotager.
Yeah, big time.
And that's just in my life. Now, I don't know about all men, and I could care less really about all men. I don't give two shits about them motherfuckers. I throw them all in the pot. And my opinion to that is, now I gave you the truth, now I'm going to give you my opinion. My opinion is that all of them is the goddamn devil. That's my opinion. I gave you the truth earlier, but all of them is, I don't trust none of them, not even my son.
That's deep.
All of them, until they continue to raise up, because what you are by nature is what you going to be. You ain't going to change. You going to be that motherfucker. You going to be right there. You going to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
You're not changing. You're not. We're done with Apollo, the Greek gods. There will be no more apologizing, and you keep doing the same shit. No more Apollos. We're not Greeks, and you can tell when you got a black devil or a six ether being. I know you know the language. A six ether being in nine ether form. Six ether Greek. All the motherfuckers, them sick fucks, because they always apologizing.
Yeah.
And they still do the same shit back to you. I'm sorry, and do it again, because they're Apollos. They're Greek. They're Greek six ether beings in nine ether form. You just got to be able to watch it. Just watch for the hook, because they what they say. Wolves in sheep clothing. It's a lot of them. Come on in, 770. It's a lot of them. 770, your mic is open. Come on. 770-873.
Come on, you know I got this stupid phone. I had to match the
What's good, India?
I hate this touch tone, this touch thing, y'all. I really don't like it. I want to go back to the button. But I'm first gonna say, Don, I'm mad at you because you just went MIA. Don't ever do that again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we be needing you. We be needing you. But I'm happy you're back. I missed you.
Miss you too, man.
I got a question, right? And I mean, I don't give a fuck that we on air, and I'm sorry that we on air, and I have to ask this question on air, you know, for all these people to hear this shit. But I was listening to, I think her name is Black, and I was listening, and so my question is, there's this person named L. Raoul Shayo and something like that. He's on Facebook. And, you know, some people met up with this being, this person. And, you know, he was saying that God is Anu. I ain't even finna play with y'all. He said he was Anu. And that, you know, this girl named Ursula is Sananda and all this stuff, right? And so, I mean, I want to know, you know, what's up with all that bullshit with all these people coming saying, you know, that Dr. York told them that they this being, and you know, Dr. York has reincarnated into them, and you know what I'm saying. And then these people are really believing this shit, like. They really believe in it. Like, they, you know, for real, people are really believing this stuff. And I want to know if any of y'all know about that bullshit that's going on.
Well, I don't know. I did hear something not too long ago because somebody is his slave name or regular name is Carlos?
Yeah, you know.
Huh?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I got a call about that cat. And they saying, word have it on the street that I was endorsing or promoting him or co-signing on that shit. And so if anybody know what the fuck India is talking about or run into some shit like that, I am in no shape or form co-signing on bullshit. Y'all ain't never heard me mention that motherfucker, but I did get a call like last week about a nigga like that and said his name was Carlos. I don't know a nigga named Carlos. I don't even fuck with niggas named Carlos. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, motherfuckers crazy, man. They you know, they lost their mind. And anybody that believe it, then let them believe it. Ain't nothing you can do as long as you don't fall for it. I told you there's a sucker born every day. That's why Lollipop's going to stay in business.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's a sucker born every day. I mean, God damn, boy. Woo. Damn.
I mean,
I knew it was going to come full circle. I knew it was going to come back because when they called me and said that shit to me, I said, I don't know no motherfucking name Carlos. They said word on the street said that you're co-signing on it or you're promoting it or you're backing them. I think they said backing them. I said, nigga, I ain't backing no fucking body but my own back.
They on this group. One of the groups is Can the Holy Tablet Stand Up Against Public Scrutiny and Criticism? And the other one is, Can the Nubians outpost the gods on Nibiru?
I mean, you know, that's their little sect. That's their little sick sect. It's gonna, you know, hey, whoever drank the Kool-Aid, you know,
right,
sip slow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, that's all I can say because I don't know shit about it other than when I got a call not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like last week. You know, I don't know shit about it, but you know, motherfuckers is crazy. Shit, my brother was saying he was one of the 24 elders, him and a crackhead in California, and had motherfuckers believing that lie. So you're gonna have motherfuckers like that. You're gonna have all kinds of motherfuckers just, you know, shit. Like the sister said, man, you got natural to who they said the black woman is God and then trying to take the pussy from her.
Wow.
Even though she didn't say his name, but I just figured that's who she's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And she still didn't say, "Nuh-uh, that's not who I'm talking about." So that's cool.
The truth
But,
is
you know, I said it. You know what I'm saying? But I already know the game. I mean, I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know every fucking game that these niggas run. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a game. It's a game. So it's sad, though, because they play on the hearts of people. Whatever you're into, they got something for you. They got the key to that heart, whatever you into. You know what I'm saying? If you into Dr. York, they got that shit for you. You into knowing, knowledge of self, they got that shit for you. They're going to fuck the shit out you. That's why I said do a declaration. Say that you will not be fucked no more in life. That's it. They got something for you. Everybody has an agenda, an ulterior motive, and it's sad. There's no difference in date rape. Basically, what these niggas in the conscious community is doing is date raping. It's date raping. Put you under a hypnotic spell, rock your ass to sleep with all that so-called knowledge that they Google.
That's right.
And next thing you know, you done fell for the okie-doke. I call it dictrin.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I call it digmatized.
Digmatized dictrin. So, you know, but, hey, like E40 say, if the bitch need guidance, then I'm her pimp. And that's the sad thing about it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So women fall for it, and the brothers promote that shit, and they do they say all the right things, but they don't do all the right things, and that's just the way it is. Women are up for grabs because she hasn't raised her consciousness up. And that's the only thing that bothered me, even with Seti, when he did that video, that 15-minute fucking video, talking about how a woman need to learn 2 sex positions and tighten her ass and fuck the shit out the nigga and put on some lingerie, and then say that the black woman is God. Nah, nigga, you're not raising a black woman to be God. You're raising a black woman to be Vanessa Del Rio, motherfucker, or Pinky. So get the fuck out of here with that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You're not raising her on her throne. You're raising her on you're raising her legs. You're not raising her. So get the fuck out of here with that shit. So, yeah, they got an agenda.
Yeah, they raising Harley.
Yeah, you know, and it's not right, but they do it. That's just the way it's gonna go. It's hard, man. It's hard. Like the sister said, man, it don't even matter. Niggas could be working at the post office, good ass job, be the same motherfuckers acting, you know, just want to torment you. It's the same shit. Niggas got scams, man. But, you know, sisters certainly need to raise up their consciousness. They got to stop falling for lip game, like I always say. And lip game could be, oh, he is so knowledgeable. Oh, he just know everything. That's lip game. That's the level that you vibrating on. You vibrating on Egypt. You vibrating on, you know, the Kundalini, all them keywords. You vibrating on the word consciousness. You vibrating on the word metaphysics. You vibrating on the word goddamn supreme mathematics and sacred geometry. Yeah, they got a dick for that ass. You vibrate on any fucking thing. You vibrate on Mac and Maybelline and Chanel and fucking Louis. They got some shit for your ass too. So wherever you vibrate on, they got something for you. They can read you. That's why I said bitches need to stop wearing their pages on the outside. Put a cover on it. Stop letting these niggas read you. They can tell everything about you. And that's how they get you. But you can't read that nigga. You can't read him. Next thing you know, he's there in your house. You don't move the man. Now you got hell to catch because you can't let the devil in. That's the one thing I said about the heart. The heart is caged and it's closed for a reason. When you open your heart, the devil touch it and you cry. People are, it is what it is, man. Shit. It just is what it is, you know. I mean, what the fuck do you do after this? You know. And then you got, you know, black women looking for the right one. They think that, goddamn, you know, all these niggas is the right one. They ain't the right one. To be honest with you, the right one never come goddamn kicking doctrine. I'm sorry. They don't come with that shit. The right one never is always forcing itself to take you out to eat as soon as you meet them. That ain't that. The right one knows that there's a time to get to know you. They ain't in no rush. They'll just call you. How you doing? Chat. Ain't no rush. As soon as a nigga meet you, they like, you want to go out to eat? You want to go out to eat? Because they know already in their mind, if I can get this bitch out of her comfort zone and take her out to eat, then I know I can fuck her. If she give me her number, I know I can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told my daughter, stop giving your numbers out. Get it. Just tell that nigga just to send him on his way that give me your number, and then rip that shit up. Then you got women that don't even know what path they on. They're in a circle, and the motherfucking devil's right in the center of the circle. They don't even know where they headed. That's why it's easy to stop them bitches right at the door. They don't know what they want. They don't know where they headed. They don't know shit. And they grown-ass women. They don't know shit. They have nothing planned. They have nothing. As soon as a nigga come, like I always say, they drop everything for those women that are acquiring success or accomplishment. They'll drop everything for that nigga, but he won't drop shit, not even his homeboys for her. So you can tell that the woman is the most naive creature on the planet, and it just so happened to be the black woman. She'll stop her life for a nigga she just met. Because that's how shrewd the devil is. The devil is subtle. Said the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, more trickery, more cunning than any beast of the field. And there you have it. So that's just what it is, Women stop their whole life. First thing a nigga want to do is put a baby in you, and that lets him know that at least he knows that you won't be fucking, or nobody will be interested in your ass with a big ass belly and you wobbling like a fucking penguin for 9 fucking months. That's the first agenda. But what Moreau said, divide and conquer, divide the legs and conquer the pussy. That's the soul right there, straight to the woman. Take it. Take her soul, take her life, make her sick.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? How the fuck you gonna say the black woman is God when you ain't even giving the attributes of one? You're taking God from her. The ability of her to get somewhere. They're not promoting women. That's a line to get women. The black woman is God. Have a whole bunch of niggas in a fucking house on a fucking YouTube video. Talk all that shit. Ain't a woman in goddamn sight.
Right.
It don't make sense to me. You should be so busy lifting up the one you got and teaching motherfuckers on how to do it. Not all the etymology of Egypt and how the fuck the woman was. Nah, anybody give a fuck. What about right now, nigga? What about right now? Tell us about right the fuck now. How the fuck do you motherfuckers, Ray, get her right? Get the one in your life right. Because you know it's all bullshit. You know that shit is bullshit. That's why I always say, it's like that? The woman is? You got one? No. Why you ain't got one? What happened? What happened with your girl, Seti? What the fuck, now you doing a YouTube video on how to get pussy and make sure these hoes learn 2 positions for you. Fuck out of here, nigga. That bothers me. That shit bothers me. Fuck all them niggas. They full of shit. That ain't raising nobody up. That's for you, nigga. That's for your dick. That's for you. That damn show don't help none of us. That shit don't help none of us. Sorry. Umar Johnson, fuck you too, bitch nigga. Because you telling hoes to share they dick. You telling women who are in a monogamous relationship to share they dick. With bitches that just happen to be shit out of luck. They can't find a nigga. When the fuck does that happen? I still got a problem with that sick motherfucker.
Yeah, I got a problem with some of his stuff too.
So no, that's all for them. They got a little cute little boule society going on with bitches and niggas in it.
Wow.
They got niggas that want to be on their dick and bitches want to be on it too. That's they polygamy shit right there. Male and female, all want to fuck them.
Yeah.
I don't get it because it's not sticking to the real truth. If they say that the white man has totally destroyed the black family, if they say that and they all have said it, then their job, only thing you should teach is the restoration of the black family. That's it.
Right.
You should make sure that everybody that come see your ass that you gonna send them back mastering something that they've been neglecting in their beehives. Because the white man ain't did shit. Stop using that motherfucker as a goddamn excuse. He ain't did shit. He ain't the reason why you left your children to buy a ticket to go sit and see these niggas. The white man didn't force you to go watch them niggas on stage. That money could have stayed right there in the fucking beehive.
That's right.
I know motherfuckers and the YBN niggas that fell for all that loyalty bullshit after 2002 was being pimped by all types of niggas. The baby mothers are crying, saying, "Baby, we ain't got no milk, we ain't got this, we ain't got no Pampers." You know, why you keep giving them the fucking money? Because his loyalty was with the brothers and not with his babies. Sending it right out the fucking house. So now, if you're going to do this shit, if you're going to restore the black family, stop taking money out of the black family. You don't give a fuck. It's for you. Like I said, Polite upgraded 3 fucking times homes off of poor, broke-ass motherfucking families already struggling. There ain't no difference than Pastor Po Chop and Creflo Dollar, because that bothers me. They know that and then he mentioned that he said something like the black families that when they was doing the so-called interview, yes, thank you, Moreau, when they was doing the so-called interview on Ampu's show, the lead up to selling the tickets for the last weekend event, Polite was like somebody, one of them said, I'm just tired. We got poor families, we got struggling families, this, that, and the third. Then why take anything out their mouths? Your shit should be free, my brother.
Yeah.
But you don't care. Your family ain't struggling. Your family ain't going back to rats and roaches. They're not going back to that shit. But them people that got them paid you that money, is. And that bothers me. We got to stop doing that shit. I have a problem with it. Sell your book. Let it be free and sell all your books to them motherfuckers. At least the children can read too. I just don't get it. That bothers me. But now,
so you're saying like the lecture should be free, but the books, they should just sell their books.
I mean, he got dozens of books, yeah.
Right,
or CDs or whatever. Take it home with you. You know what I'm saying? But, that's something that you can always have. But you ain't got shit else once the lights are off and they say, okay, thank y'all for showing up. Fuck you. Bye. Peace.
Yeah. And what is you really going home with? Your ass ain't free.
Yeah. But you need to be able to restore your family if you got one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you got one, to keep the family strong and think about investments and all that shit. Because I'm going to be honest with you, man, knowing about whether or not Osiris was a goddamn faggot or not, or who was the first ancient civilization, that shit ain't got shit to do with right the fuck now. Sorry. It ain't got shit to do with right now. It ain't got nothing to do with your beehive. It ain't got nothing to do with whether or not your children are struggling. So, yeah, that bothers me. That's a distraction. I call that bullshit a goddamn distraction.
Right.
That's what I call it, a distraction. You can Google all that bullshit they talking on your own, in your home, and surround your family at the computer, and y'all look that shit up if y'all want to do it as a family.
That's
That's different. But that's bullshit. Everything they fucking say, you can Google that shit. So you can tell this is, like I said, a house divided cannot stand. When someone get in your fucking home, it breaks the house up. You know what I'm saying? It breaks it up because that's all you think about is the next time you can go over there again. You're not thinking the priority. Family first. Families first. not going to some lecture to feed your motherfucking ass. It ain't going to do shit for the family. You got niggas that don't even want to fucking get a goddamn job and raise up in the fucking ladder because they so mind-fucked in believing that it's the white man's system. So that's his excuse to his woman. Now she got to figure out how the fuck she's going to feed her babies while he's still fucking her, but he wants to be the black power man with no job, no fucking nothing, and on another nigga's dick. This is what you're going to always have. You're always going to have that. You're always going to have, you're going to have, let me tell you, man, shit, man, if we eliminate Seti and all the rest of them niggas and Polite and whoever the fuck else, Umar and Deborah Blair and all the rest of them motherfuckers, it's still going to be 50 more niggas coming up doing the same shit, separating the black man from the black woman and the beehive. Still the same shit. It's going to be the same shit. They so fucking smart, but they cannot help you restore your family because they only concerned about making sure their family make it out of the motherfucking ghetto. That's it. That's all it is, man. It's just, you know, people got to wake up. They got to be a little bit more conscious that the beehive is the most important. And if it's not for the betterment of everyone in your family, then don't fuck with it because you can get a computer and look that shit up. That's all I'm saying. Get your family to safety. These niggas are distracting you from getting your family to safety.
That's right.
Because you can't, how you going to focus on that shit? You so caught up in goddamn Egypt or the Kush tribe. Who does that shit? I mean, that's great, but how the fuck is that going to get you out of where you at into a better place for you and your children? How that's going to work?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and focusing on September 11th and the Sirius Star meets with Orion, and they come together to avenge the Sagittarius, come with the Scorpio to get Pisces back, and you know, is this setting you free? Is this going to help me get free today? Is this going to help me today? Nope. It doesn't, and I've said this over and over again. I said it over.
Absolutely.
And just like these I went in the other day on my Facebook about readings. You get a reading for what? If you don't know you're a negative or a positive or a dumbass or whatever you are, then you got some soul searching to do. Can't nobody know you like you. So what you got to go to somebody and get a reading for? A reading is for them to have dominion over you, to tell you what you are and what you doing and what you gonna do. I said I don't need a reading, and I feel that there's a big thing with that going on because I don't agree with somebody reading me. I know what my attributes are and what I'm capable of.
Absolutely.
So
you're a different breed. It's so many people that are dependent. They use everything as a crutch now. So, you know, you're a different breed. That's why. Yeah. That's like God asking, let us pray.
Yeah.
Like, who does that?
Exactly. Yeah.
like God asking the humans to pray for him and shit.
Yeah.
So you're just a different breed. See, we've all been through it. In order for us to come up, in order for us to see the bullshit, of course you know that we had to be hoodwinked from it first, okay? We had to be tricked about it. So that's a little bit different. That's like the 3-card Monty shit. You know, if you ain't never got caught up in the 3-card Monty, then it's your turn next because I ain't fucking with it. I'm just going to keep walking by. Keep passing, but everybody get hoodwinked because that's the only way you can learn if it's real or if it's fake. And no matter how many times we say they full of shit, but you're gonna have a whole bunch of people say, "But I like what they teach. They teach some good shit," and that's great. I ain't knocking what they teach, as long as it is not breaking the fucking family. That bothers me because we already got to go around the board 365 motherfucking days paying bills. His bitch ass. Come on, help us get this shit together. You know, them niggas been doing lectures for, as far as I know, for over a year now. And some people say longer than that. I mean, if it's really for the progression, then it don't take that long. It didn't take that nigga long to buy a house off of a lot of these motherfuckers. Surely he could have bought a building, got it chartered, did all the steps it took, put the schools, got us some real certified black teachers who are concerned, who loves to teach, and put our babies in that motherfucker. I ain't concerned about adults. I wouldn't who wants to waste their time with us when we need to be focused on building a new world for our children, right? Yeah. So, that's called talk with no works. Only thing you're working for is your family, and that's good. You should. But you shouldn't have a whole bunch of niggas believe that one day you are going to provide the new economic system for their families and an education system for their families. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have them niggas believe that. You should tell them off the fucking rip. I'm not in it for y'all, sorry, but I will share what I know, and it's going to cost $20 a head.
That's right.
I'll probably show up then.
You know?
I will. I'll probably show the fuck up then. Well, then in that case, you that truthful, then, nigga, I'll pay $20 a head this shit. At least I ain't got to hope that my $20 going to go to building a school or banging on the beach daily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least I know that shit ain't going to go to that. It's just going to you and your family. I'll support that. But don't give me no promised land, motherfucker. We supposed to be done with Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
We supposed to be done with religion and preachers promise you a brighter, better motherfucking day. I wouldn't want a bunch of people around me struggling and I'm the only one on top of the fucking stage. But everybody to come see me struggling. I wouldn't want that. I would get off that stage, sit amongst these motherfuckers with my 3 wives, and we'll pull out a notepad and a tablet and we'll start to have a discussion on everybody that's there on what it would take and the steps it'll take to actually get us a city, get it city, not sovereign, but get a city, buy a portion of land, and let's start to build on it. And then, then you could be the preacher of our city. We'll come see your ass. But, let's work on some real shit. But you ain't got real people talking. So that ain't going to work.
Right. Hey, I know somebody who did it. You remember the school over here off of Evans Mill called Lithonia Academy?
Yeah.
That's right there by New Earth. And then it's another
Oh, yeah,
building.
yeah. That's my dad's friend. He told me about that man. He got a huge college for the children, right?
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, I talked about him on my show one day, last year. Yeah, a black man.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little bit different.
He's a trillionaire or billionaire or whatever.
Yeah, built that whole college. It's a business school.
Yeah, but check this. I mean, it's like he has a mansion over there, right? And I was just looking, oh my goodness, I was just looking at it on Google Earth, and it's like all this land, you know what I'm saying? And he already has the school, and I was listening to what you were saying, and man, that's some land right there. And he's already started, he has a school.
Yeah, because he care about the, success of our children. They're the future that's supposed to inherit the earth. How you going? How your children are going to inherit the earth if you're not, building a house for them to goddamn control? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I forgot the man now. I think his name is Allen. It's the Allen Institute.
Allen.
Yeah, it's the Allen Institute. Yeah, my dad knows them. They're good friends. I wanted to get with them a long time ago when my dad, brought them to my attention to have them on the show because real niggas do real things.
Yeah. So, yeah. My son went to his school. My son and daughter, went to his school, and my son went to the Camp Exposure, where it's the other building that's across from the school that has the one that has the lions in front of it. And man, they have so much
Yeah.
fun. And inside of the place is beautiful.
Yes.
Like, it's a pool inside of there. It's a
yeah.
theater.
Oh, yeah.
And it's for the kids.
Yes, I know.
Children.
I know. And he didn't.
Really nice.
And he ain't asked some motherfucker. You know, he ain't asked him to come see his lecture.
And
None
you
of
know
that.
what? Right. And guess what, y'all? I don't think I even paid for my son to go. As a matter of fact, I didn't. All my son had to do was write an essay about starting a business because, you know, Mr. Allen is into entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneur. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for the kids. And so my son went. It was lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to love real niggas, man.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a black devil to you, B?
No, that sounds like a straight up. That sounds like a straight up. Where he at?
He's in
He
Georgia.
over here in Los Angeles. He over here.
Yeah.
He over here.
Yeah.
He's a pretty cool dude. I met him a couple times.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, maybe he needs to go to some of them lectures and put down his plan to these brothers and teach them how to network this plan he's doing because.
Well, the first you got to be. You have to be interested, and it's not hard. It's the same way that I was about to say, the same way that Polite and Sonetta and all them niggas can find a building, rent that shit out, buy the seats, and then charge motherfuckers to come in. They could do that with a building, with a school, buy some shit up there in Harlem or whatever the fuck, and just start to work on putting the right people there. But, you know, I mean, my thing is this, if you, like my mom used to say to me, I find it interesting you can get your ass up and get dressed and go to the club, but you can't motherfucking do nothing else.
Okay.
That's right.
So, you know, I mean, it depends on where they mind at. They mind ain't in that shit. But they could call, rent out a building, book the space, pay for it, put a deposit down and all that shit to do a fucking lecture. But they're not into building something like that and trust me, honey, it don't take all that money that Mr. Allen put into it. All it takes is for you to rent a building. All you got to do is rent a building. That shit is simple. Rent a building, get it good. All them niggas, I'm sure on their team know how to do some electrician work and carpentry. So fix that shit up real nice and start small. You can start small, but it's fucked up because, unfortunately, all the motherfuckers in they clique, they're not professionals. Sorry. They're not professionals. Other than Umar Johnson, and that bitch nigga is telling women that their son have a 0 success rate. So that's not going to work. Can't get that nigga, because if he is going to ever open his mouth to our children, he ain't going to do shit but set their ass back 400 fucking years. So, but we need real teachers. That is the truth. We need real motherfucking teachers, not bootleg Googleologists that call themselves scholars. No, we need real teachers, subject matter teachers. We don't need no bootleg niggas on that bullshit. And bitches, by the way. We need real fucking certified teachers with a master's degree in it. That's right.
That's right.
Our first school needs to be where as soon as the child is goddamn 3 going into pre-K, our school, that child needs to be learning how to manage money at 3 years old. We need to have real shit in our goddamn school, not no C-Jack, Ron Spot, or color Nibiru blue and all that stupid shit. We need real motherfucking, real education. We need to educate our children about finances early. We need to let them be astronomers. We need to get them into technology. We need all that real fucking shit. Science, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Need to be a financial class for babies in the first grade. If they know how to add 1 + 1 = 2 and all that fucking shit, then they need to go straight to financial class after goddamn lunch.
You know what? Wouldn't it make sense for those people who are doing these lectures to at least do some kind of non-profit organization? Because even if you have a non-profit organization, you get funds from other places and other people, and then I mean that just would make sense to me.
Well, the only thing with non-profit, like I've always said, that it sounds easy, but it's not easy. But if you already can gather over 1,000 motherfuckers, and that is your donors. You understand?
Right.
You know, because if you think that you're going to get it from Mac or McDonald's or, you know, all these other corporations, you got to get in line and you got to show and prove, even if you got a good grant writer. But who got time for that? We've been turned down even on a motherfucking $250 loan upon our title. So, if you can gather the people, and SETI and them can, and I hate to talk about motherfuckers that's not here, but they have the ability to gather people in there, and even people would travel to see them, which I think is great. But what bothers me is that the money is split and they go their separate ways. Do you understand?
Right.
But if you can gather at least over 1,000 people, and I hope that they can, then they really. But see, again, I'm gonna tell you like the man told me who gave me my nonprofit. He said your heart has to be in it to help your people. Your heart. He said God have to put it in you.
That's right.
And I know a lot of motherfuckers don't believe in God, but it has to be that spirit that have you always thinking about the people on the outside and how you can do it without help.
Compassion.
So, but they not in that. They're not there. They're not in that shit. Neither was Ben and all the rest of them. I'm sorry if I step on toes. But, you know, they wasn't in it either. Dr. Ben and none of them. We should have had schools of Ben Institute all around the fucking goddamn United States set up off of the earnings of the people that supported them. But we don't have it. We don't have it. You tell me one motherfucker that these niggas studied under that we have that are still alive, ain't locked up, ain't disappeared, and ain't dead or whatever, and you tell us what we actually got from them niggas after you done gave a portion of your motherfucking tithes to them motherfuckers. You tell us what we got. No bank. We got no land. We got no fucking schools. We got no growth. We got nothing. We got nothing from these motherfuckers, but their families are straight. So they're no different than the white man. They're no different than 1% a whole bunch of niggas is pissed off about.
What's the white dude over here in Atlanta? Damn, I can't even think of his name, and I used to work for him. He got the school, Ron Clark Academy. I mean, the dude he wasn't nobody. He was just a damn teacher. And he opened up a school. And the school actually, if you go down there, it was a warehouse. And he turned it into a school, and it's beautiful. You know, I mean, maybe I'm just, you know.
I mean, yeah, because you have to be serious about the welfare, the success of the now generation in order to get that done. I mean, I always said that I want one, but I know it'll take just more than, you know, me. And because we're all scattered, like I said, these cats can bring in, they can draw the crowd, but it needs to be, the money don't need to be split. It needs to be going to something where people in New York can have a good point. I mean, can have a point of reference to take their children. You know what I'm saying, to live in their own gated private community of all those that support it. You know, the mission of Bang on the Beast Daily and fucking Umar and all the rest of them little motherfuckers. I mean, for all those that support it, it should be a community by now. And not just a name called the conscious community. It should be a big-ass motherfucking sign in brick with big, beautiful fence and a gate that says conscious community with pretty trees and flowers all around, and you can't get in that motherfucker unless you invited or you are a resident.
Like Capitol Hall, goddammit.
It should be real than a motherfucker, not just some fucking word called conscious and another word called community. And motherfuckers should be living beautiful, big-ass complex with a pool, and anybody who wanted to build a pool in their backyard, that type of shit, you feel me? And a beautiful playground and a school right there and a fucking bank called the Conscious Community Bank Trust. Shit. But no.
And the little old folks home for the old people, for the elders. Don't forget about the elders.
They have their own house. They don't need no old folks home. They need their house. We need to get out of there, getting rid of our parents and our old folks like that. They need their nice little house on the goddamn property, not a whole bunch of old motherfuckers living in beds like it's a hospital.
No, not like that. I wasn't thinking.
Oh, them other old folks' homes, them nice homes, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. When I think of old folks' home, I think of prison for old folks.
Oh, no.
I think that's called a nursing home. My bad. But no, I mean, it needs to, but I'm saying in New York, because that's where their following are. That's where they're able to gather all those people. It need to be, if I had the power to charge people for the shit that come out of my mouth, and I don't, and then eventually take the money from everybody, and then sit amongst everybody that paid, and I say, this is how much you guys added or paid for 2 fucking years to see me talk, Queen of Army talk, India talk, B talk, Fireliners talk, and we have actually come and raised $4,570,000 from y'all paying us $20 every time for us to show up. Here's what we're going to do. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, that would be great.
You know what I'm saying? And not that we split it every fucking time. Pay the promoter, Sonetta, or let's say the promoter is Jolie or Nefertiti. Pay the promoter her shit. Pay me for showing up. Pay everybody make they split and they bounce. And no, fuck that. How the fuck is you going to bang on the Beast Daily than running your fucking mouth about it? How the fuck are you going to teach motherfuckers economics and running your mouth about it? How the fuck is you going to keep talking about the white man and his psychological dick in the black people mind is all you doing is talking about it? That shit we ain't got time for all that shit. Time is fucking ticking. It don't make no fucking sense. It don't make no fucking sense. That's no different than a nigga that get a job, work 7 days a week, get a check every 2 weeks, and then come home to you and you say, where the money at? I would be asking them niggas off the rip, setting all, anytime I pay for anything, where the money at? Where the money at? Where the fuck the money at? How come we still got to talk about the crackers buying up Harlem? Tell us where the fuck is our money going? And we shouldn't be struggling in New York. We shouldn't. My son and my daughter should not be subjected to barbed wires at a fucking school, but I come see your ass on Saturday to talk shit.
That's right.
Where the fuck the money at? That's what you would ask your nigga if he showed up at home, broke his fuck. Where the fuck the money went, nigga? Where the fuck that shit went? We ain't got nothing. We ain't got no food. We ain't got shit. We ain't got no pampers. Where the fuck the money at? Thus, we keep having the same conversation with niggas that can gather over 1,000 motherfucking people. How come we ain't got shit? How come black folks ain't got shit? We need to start our own shit. You giving it to motherfuckers who is splitting it and then taking it to their family. That's why you ain't got shit.
That's right.
We gonna always have this conversation. We gonna always have it. They can gather 1,000 people and do this shit every 3 fucking months. But as far as black people, they can come with that speech. We ain't got nothing. We need to have grocery stores. We need to have schools. We need to have this. We need to have that. But, nigga, I done gave you my half of what the fuck we need to have. Y'all the smart ones. Y'all the masters and shit.
Then do it, yeah. Well, Polite said he's opening a movie theater. And,
we don't need no fucking movie theater. We a goddamn bank and a goddamn school, so our babies won't be going to, so our nigga Calvin won't be picking up his children from the police department and shit like that from school. We don't need no fucking, we got a fucking television at home. Need no motherfucking movie theater, nigga. And charge us what? And then we sit down and look and stare at shit for 2 fucking hours, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Do that later. Entertainment should come later. Business should come first.
Yeah. And whose movie theater? It's not the community movie theater. It's not, it's his movie theater.
It's not in the conscious community housing, fucking land, the little plot, it ain't inside that motherfucker. Who does that shit?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the last thing we fucking need. Our children being abused in the black fucking schools in New York. You thinking about a movie theater, nigga? So what? We can pay $20, sit still, and watch the fucking screen like we do you and Seth and the rest of them motherfuckers. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I mean, these niggas can gather 1,000 people. I just don't get it, but it's not in them. That's why I'm still trying to make them see. But now they're comfortable. They got bitches. They got money. They got niggas that want in on their team. They got bitches who want in their team. They got a whole bunch of want ins. So they're content with that. They are living the life of YouTube celebrities.
Mhm.
So, I mean, and normally celebrities don't give shit. They don't give two shits, like Nefertiti say. They ain't did shit for their community. And if they do it, y'all think it's cute for Thanksgiving and back to school supplies and shit like that, but you still, what school you going back to? A school that treats your child like shit.
Right.
What's going to happen after you eat the turkey? So that shit don't do nothing.
Right.
It ain't going to do nothing. But that's why I said ain't no difference than, let's say, Michael Jordan made all that money and everybody pissed off because he ain't did shit for y'all. They're the same motherfucker. They're no different. They are no different than motherfucking celebrities that are millionaires. They are no different. They can care two shits. And when they need a tax write-off, it's not going in your hand. It's going to a charity. Or it's going to a holiday. That's the only time you see them giving. Holiday and charity at the end of the motherfucking year.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So, that's just that, man. It is what it is. So.
Well, that's not the only event that went down this weekend. I heard about the Resurrection of the Goddess went down in Baltimore.
Mhm.
And that was with Alexis Tyler and a couple other people, Sister Myra, and so it's just like lecture weekend this weekend, and where are we going?
Where they going? Back to their house. They're going back to their house. I mean, y'all made them famous. Y'all made them worth, paying, for. Alexis to me is on another level. That's my girl. And I say another level because, her message is really awakening women. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta get it hard. We gotta get it rough. We gotta get it with no Vaseline, and we need somebody to give it to us straight with no chaser. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's waking up more women and more brothers, because I know it ain't waking up. I know that what Seti and Uma and all them doing ain't waking up nothing. It's not even getting the chick, the girl, the woman to be alert at all times of knowing what type of nigga she got. They ain't talking about that. Lexus is. And so it's a lot, because we have to restore all the sisters and prevent the ones that it never happened to. We have to restore us back to our grace. We don't have it anymore. So, every time I hear Lexus, I have to commend her, because I know that she's talking from experience, and she has a testimony that can save your life or that you can relate to. These niggas ain't got no testimonies that can save your life or you can relate to. They hide. They're called jinns. They hide their life, and they write it off as Egypt, scholarship, the woman, the black man, and all this other type of shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The making of a nigga, they hide their life. But I noticed that us sisters, we would tell our life, even if people use it against us, but at least it helps somebody. We ain't got time to talk about that other shit. We're here to really talk about life. We ain't got time for that shit. You can read that on your own time. But right now, we've all been hurt and abused, and we cannot ignore that shit over some motherfucking Kemetic doctrine. We are lost, and we cannot motherfucking hide that shit under some goddamn Sumerian doctrine, or how long the pyramids been here, or the house in Mercury rising in Pluto. We ain't got time for that shit. We're a whole race of hurt motherfucking people. We got to heal. And the only way you can heal is you talk about life and use yours as the motherfucking sacrifice.
I agree.
So, yeah, that's my sister. I don't know too much about Myra and whoever else you mentioned, but, you know, that's my sister. You know what I'm saying? Lex is my sister, and I understand that, you know, she's always been to wake the woman up. Not talk about all that other bullshit that Tahuti and them motherfuckers. That ain't got nothing to do with it. Fuck Egypt, fuck all that. Let's wake up the people. Let's wake them up. Let's deal with the pain, and let's work on healing.
But do you think that there will ever be a united front where we will ever come together in a community? Because I don't see that happening. I've said it over and over again, and I feel that the greatest thing that Dr. York, I call him Raboni, I showed us.
Me too.
I know, I still call him Raboni.
That's what's up.
The biggest lesson that he taught us that I feel I learned overall was that you can't bring these disagreeable and whatever else you want to call them together in the community. I mean,
right.
It every time it happens, we sacrifice the master, the teacher, the
yeah. That's why he said that's you know, and you know what the smoother thing he said. If they take the head, the body will still stand. That's why so many of us. It ain't, see, these niggas want to be the one. They'll be crucified in a minute because they don't want to share and to come together as a round table and have a discussion on the projection of the black race, on where we're going as a whole. Not everybody on the outside, but everybody who know they exist. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Not your neighbor. Your neighbor may not even know them niggas, but just everybody that do know them. There needs to be a discussion on that. They're not going to do it. They're standing on the stage, and you're sitting down. You're going to shut up and let me talk. That's how they roll. You know what I'm saying? So they're not interested in the projection, the progression of anybody who follow them, because obviously they are being followed. If they say I'm going to be in New York, motherfuckers coming. They say I'm going to be in Chicago, motherfuckers coming. So they're being followed. That means that these people have faith in them, which is blind faith, but they have faith that they're going to get something. And one day the world will be a better place. 718, your mic is open at 301. Come on in. Your mic is open at 770-873. Come on in. Y'all know we got Nefertiti surviving the game with sports coming up, too. So, you know, what you got, 718?
What's going on, Don? What's going on, Don? This philosophical time from New York.
How you doing today, Ty?
Yes, indeed. It's been a while. It's been a while. And greetings to Nefertiti.
Oh. And all the other sisters.
And everybody else. Yes, I live in New York myself because I'm an artist, poet, and all such in the entertainment game. And I've heard of all of these lecturers, saw them on YouTube, and observed, not so much delve into it, because when you delve into stuff such as that, you get your own self messed up because it's of a Europeanized cycle. Most of those guys that are speaking at these lectures up in Harlem, Brooklyn, wherever in New York, they have been Europeanly educated and such. They're getting paid from the people who come. Plus, they get paid under the table from institutions. So don't be surprised of that neither. And I would say the only one lecturer, the only one lecturer that have tackled it so much to the point that they had to kick him out of New York in '88 was, I would say, Dr. Sabi. Some people wouldn't agree with me, but you know what? I would put his name out there because he, as you know, with the cure with AIDS, HIV, cancer, and other illnesses, and I've checked all their websites. I check all their websites and see that, okay, you're teaching philosophical. It's cool, but we don't need that as a people. We have to get back to the roots, to the foundation that we have and must stand on, because the roots is much essential. I don't care what anybody would say about, okay, yes, we need a Messiah. What is a Messiah? I would always ask the question, what does a Messiah do? A Messiah follows the system just like everybody else. They're in the grid, and once you plug out that grid and start to realize thyself, then everything would be all right.
Right.
Because here it is. You can simply get those books at bookstores anywhere, what they're speaking about.
Right.
So, and online by simply meditating and just saying, okay, I'm relaxed, and there goes all the books. Because I don't go to their lectures. I perform. I don't go to the lectures because I can simply get those books by having patience. When you listen to your mama, hey, everything is everything.
Well, it takes a wise person to figure that one out, right?
Yeah, it takes a while.
You know what I'm saying? Because what it does is keep everybody at a 3 degree or 3% of using their brain. You ever notice that most people will pull out the box, buy something, electronics or furniture, and will pull out the instructions and read it and then put it together? Then the other person would just look at the picture on how to do it. Step 1, they show you the picture. Step 2, they show you the picture. 3, 4, and if you're able to just look at the picture, 4, 5, 6, 7% of your brain will start to be used. But if you are reading the instructions, then you're not using your brain. That's somebody else telling you how to put it together rather than you figuring it out.
Exactly, and
that's the problem. People are using these type of sources as a crutch, and they're not able to figure it out themselves. Like I said, I have all of Dr. York's books and would not read them. I will not read them because I need my own thoughts. I need to be able to figure it out my fucking self, and then say it out of my mouth to a motherfucker that read it, and they say, hey, that's the same shit Dr. York said in the book. Then I say that I don't need the book.
Exactly, and that's where
because that's using all of your brain. I'm telling you, people that don't use that shit. 301, your mic is open. I want to bring Nefertiti in, too. Come on in. I think this is my girl, Ballat, too, man. Welcome to the show.
Yes, this is me. How are you?
What's good?
I was worried about you. I'm like, damn, the Warrens caught up with her ass.
Yeah, I was Warren. Let's put that on record. I was certainly Warren.
Yeah. I was feeling it.
I had to take the battle to the ocean. You feel me? I said, you want to fight me? Let's go here. Let's fight where the water's at.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say right quick, because I do want to get into the sports with Nefertiti as well. But I do want to say I just got a feeling, I love the topic, because I've been feeling that, and I'm like, this so-called conscious stuff has just got on my last nerve. But I really feel, I see the fear behind those brothers. And I really feel like a lot of the sisters are coming up out of that spell. And they're like, okay, if I'm doing everything, what do I need you for? And, I mean, you got a lot of the women who are, you have some still under it, but as far as the words, and when I say spell, I mean the words. Because you get a lot of sisters now, you can't just, oh, baby, I love you, I love you. A lot of people are looking at what you do instead of what you say. And I think that's scaring the shit out of a lot of these so-called conscious brothers, and they're trying to beat you back into the spell because every so-called conscious person, and this is men and women, they go out of their way to find YouTube videos showing the bad behavior of black women. If I'm a goddess, how you gonna tell me how to wear my hair? How many babies I can have? How many babies daddies I can have? I'm a goddess. Let you tell me. You know, so I guess we just need to go with our own definitions of what these words are and, you know, move it from there. But I really see that fear. That's what and I remember two things Dr. York said. Women, 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 are you in danger of us maintaining this man thing? And another thing he said was, three things. The second one was, I hope you all don't do to us what we did to you all. And then the third thing I remember him saying was that if you pull the skin off of a lot of men, you're going to see a scared woman. And I'm kind of seeing that. I really see that fear. So, and the sisters, hey, you know, you get beat down a lot, but we're going to have to get it together and stop with this spell of words and stop really listening to that shit, because that's who comes to most of these lectures.
Absolutely.
It's the women,
let me say this.
like
Aura in L.A. husband that hijacked her computer. But one thing he said was, and stop with the black need to unite thing. We need to raise our children.
Exactly. I agree.
Said, I can't stand when they say, let's unite. And do what?
Get in a big old circle and what, you know?
Right.
Red Rover.
I mean, this all the distraction, man. Nefertiti surviving the game. Can we get a moment of sports real quick? I'm so sorry, Nef, honey, because I know, honey, you got to go to ESPN. So.
Hey,
yo, good morning.